Hello everybody, what is going on here? This is my official TLC 2017 review and results, and wow, TLC was rather interesting. Wasn't an amazing show. It ran smoothly for me, ran perfect pace for me, it ran good, and it took place in Minneapolis from the Target Center. We saw a TLC event which completely changed due to the viral meningitis on the Monday Night Raw roster. Bray Wyatt and Roman Reigns got taken out because of it. So this show completely changed. So, very, very interesting, as I said. Very, very interesting. Let's put it back. Make sure to smash the like button on this video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel as well. Follow me on Twitter at Kairos News. All the link is in the description. Oh, yes. Make sure to follow me on Twitch. I made a Twitch last night. Follow me on Twitch. That will be all in the description. I also want to thank all of you for the support we got for the live stream last night during TLC, the TLC watch party and live reactions. If you want to see more of that, if you want to see me do that tonight for Monday Night Raw and tomorrow night for SmackDown Live and the night after for NXT, make sure to tell me in the comment section. We got over 500 views, so I'm guessing you all enjoyed it, and I really, really appreciate all the love. We gained just a few subscribers, but it doesn't really matter, does it? As long as you are enjoying it, I'm happy. So make sure to tell me if you want me to do any more live reactions. I cannot do it all the time due to I live in England and school and the time and stuff like that. So that is why. So let's get started. Asuka made her debut for Monday Night Raw on the main roster. The Empress of Tomorrow. Asuka's back. She returned from her injury. She took on Emma because Emma won a Fatal 5-Way match on Raw about 2 to 3 weeks ago. I think about 2 weeks ago. This match went 9-10 minutes. This actually was very good. This was back and forth match. Emma looked real good in this matchup. Asuka, no ring rust at all. Asuka's just amazing in that ring. No ring rust at all. She fought, and I got a little slideshow for you all here in the background. The match, so I saw Asuka at one point. Emma was on the floor. Asuka ran up to the top rope, then came back down with a spinning missile drop kick. Was absolutely brilliant. Asuka is on the main roster. WWE Vince McMahon cannot mess up Asuka. Asuka, there's a star in Asuka. And how she was booked in NXT, Triple H needs to give Vince McMahon and WWE Creative some tips on how to book Asuka. Asuka cannot lose on the main roster for the next year. Cannot. It cannot happen. She will become Raw Women's Champion very, very soon. Very soon. The ending saw Emma grab Asuka's hair, rip her to the apron to the floor. The referee counted. Emma brought Asuka back into the ring, but Asuka nailed a big kick, those roundhouse kicks or those super kicks that she delivers. Asuka goes for the Asuka lock, drops it in the middle of the ring. Emma taps out for the finish. It was a good match. Asuka wins her main roster debut. Backstage, we saw The Miz with Cesaro and Sheamus ranting on Kurt Angle on tonight's main event. Miz says Angle may think he's a superhero, but he will meet a monster among men tonight as Braun Strowman walks up. Braun tells Miz to save the pep talk. He's going to take out Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, and Angle tonight as long as the others stay out of his way. Kane appears and says he does what he wants, and if there's anyone who will take the others out tonight, it's him. Miz says there's plenty of carnage to go around as tonight is their chance to change the face of WWE. Miz goes on about how they will be able to run Raw after tonight's win. Miz basically did nothing in the match, basically. To be honest, Miz did nothing in the match. All he did was just telling them what to do, controlling the situation. He did nothing but run and deliver the skull-crushing finale. Braun says there is no tomorrow for their opponents. He walks off. Kane walks off next as The Miz and the Bar mock the Shield pose together. We got to the ring and Elias is out for another song. He starts singing, but someone throws celery at him. And I was like, I wonder who that is. And I was liking the tune, Elias is good with the guitar. This one was the best tune that he was doing. Elias says that wasn't cool, but he resumes the performance. More produce hits him. We see Jason Jordan standing there, veggies in hand. Elias stops his performance as we go to a break. So he had to stop his performance. This happened about twice during the show. Then we had the Cruiserweight match, Brian Kendrick and Jack Gallagher. By the way, I like Jack Gallagher as a heel. I like how they have a suit. They just have him different. They have him different. They still keeping the English presence of him, but they have him different. And I also like Jack Gallagher's new theme song, his heel theme song, because we know WWE have been making ridiculous decisions and some bad choices with theme songs recently in the past, this year, especially this year. But I'm liking Jack Gallagher's new heel theme song. Him and Kendrick took on the team of Cedric Alexander and Rich Swann. This was Cedric Alexander's main roster pay-per-view debut. And Cedric Alexander is just amazing in that ring. We basically saw Kendrick and Gallagher destroy Swann in the ring. And it was explosive. We saw Swann fly over the ropes. We saw Cedric fly over the ropes. Cedric flew over the ropes with a tope suicida. And he landed on his feet to perfection. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. The ending so Rich Swann got the hot tag, Cedric with a running shot and kick in the corner. Cedric springboards up and drops Gallagher for a 2 count as Kendrick pulls him to safety out of the ring. Kendrick ends up dropping Swann on the floor. Kendrick tags in, Cedric rolls him up for a 2. Kendrick with a big boot and the super kick to Cedric. Brian Kendrick then hit the captain's hook on Cedric Alexander. Cedric rolled through to a 2 count, but the hook is still applied. Swann breaks it with a big Phoenix splash out of absolutely nowhere. Gallagher with a big kick to Cedric and the headbutt to send Swann out of the ring. Cedric comes behind, lumbar check, 1, 2, 3. Rich Swann and Cedric Alexander are victorious. What does this do for them though? Absolutely nothing. I know I'm going to book Cedric Alexander very good in my universe mode, but we'll only be getting the universe mode when WWE 2K18 release a patch or update. I cannot do it. It's too laggy. WWE really need to fix their servers. We need a patch ASAP, as soon as possible. We got a video package for the Women's Championship match. Alexa Bliss is backstage with Charlie Caruso, and to show her comments for the match. Bliss says Mickie James is just sensitive on how she called her age out. Bliss admits she looked up to Mickie when she was younger. Bliss goes on and says after tonight, Mickey's days will be old. Then Charlie Caruso said, what about Mickie James's rude comments to her, calling her a biscuit butt? And then Alexa Bliss was like, oh yeah, when she called me a biscuit butt, you know what? I like my butt. It's cute. And then the WWE crowd was just absolutely electric. So now Alexa Bliss is basically giving a reason to the male fans now to hit on her. Because we know how the male fans are with Alexa Bliss. So, the match started. Mickie James, I thank you. Mickie James wasn't in that rubbish gear that she had. She had on jeans and some thing hanging off her feet. And she had on like a jean top as well. I like this attire better than the one that she was wearing before. I found this match boring. To be honest. This match, it was 10 minutes, but I found it boring. We saw the ending, saw Alexa Bliss play possum in the corner. She pulled Mickie James' head into the turnbuckle, hit a massive snap DDT to retain her Women's Championship. Then we saw Bliss mock Mickie after the match. Mickie recovers as Charlie Caruso comes in for comments. Mickie admits she's disappointed that she wanted to take the title home. She says she's proud of her performances and she gave her heart and soul and everything else. Mickie says she proves she's worthy of the title shot, but says it won't be her last time in a title match or as champion. She thanks the entire WWE Universe for their love and support, saying she loves them back and they are why she does what she does. Mickie says she's grateful for the fans and then walks off with her music playing. It was kind of like a goodbye, but I don't think she's leaving. Very emotional promo, good promo. She had tears as well. Then we saw Kurt Angle backstage when the Raw Tag Team Champions Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose walk in. It's like the Miz is not even Intercontinental Champion, and it's like Rollins and Ambrose aren't even the Tag Team Champions. He asked if they had to talk strategy, but Dean Ambrose says no. Angle knows they wanted to do this with the Shield only, but he's going to give it his all. Seth Rollins interrupts and says they respect what he did by putting himself in the match. Rollins says they didn't come to talk strategy, they came to bring Amber this. And then they delivered Kurt Angle a Shield vest, the Shield style vest. Angle seems to be excited as they're on the same page now as Ambrose and Rollins walk off. So Kurt Angle has a Shield vest. He is part of the Shield for TLC. We go back to the ring and Elias again is ready for another performance on the stage. Fans start the no chant as Elias talks about being interrupted earlier. It looks like the fans are trying to interrupt him again, but nothing will stop him from giving them the performance they need. Elias says he's about to sing a song that will change their lives. Elias starts with his song but stops and starts over because of the boos. Elias sings again but the boos continue. Elias says he's having trouble hearing himself, so he needs them to hold their applause until the song is over. Jordan appears again with a shopping trolley, hits it with more vegetables. I don't know why. What a waste of time. But it was funny. I found it funny. Elias had to end his performance. Again, Cruiserweight Championship match. Kalisto defended his Cruiserweight title against Enzo Amore. Enzo Amore started talking. He lost his voice and he was just talking. I was like, Enzo, the best thing you can do is talk and not fight. Just stop talking. You're losing your voice. He said that he was celebrating. He's had an early celebration of him winning the title at TLC the night before. That's why he lost his voice. Enzo is a real clown. Enzo is now a heel. As I said, I don't know, I think I said it in the video or in the live stream yesterday. Enzo cannot wrestle, but Enzo is great on the mic. He has a he's a great talker. He has great mic presence. But come on, there's nothing much. And Kalisto is a former 2-time United States champion, I think. There's nothing much Kalisto could do in the ring with Enzo Amore. Who cared about this match? And also, we only saw tables, ladders, and chairs in the main event. Last year's TLC for which shows the SmackDown Live exclusive pay-per-view, was definitely better than this year's. This was called TLC, but we only got one match that had TLC in it. Doesn't make any sense. The Cruiserweight match should have been a ladder match. This Cruiserweight match should have been a ladder match. Then you should have made the women's match a tables match. And then you could even just leave out the chairs match and then have the TLC. It's called TLC, but we're only having one match with a stipulation. Doesn't really make any sense. Kalisto, the ending saw Enzo counter in the corner and slams Kalisto back into the turnbuckle. Enzo goes on and hits the DDG for a 2 count. Kalisto with more counters. Enzo blocks his second Salida Del Sol attempt. The finish sees Enzo get a thumb to the eye to Kalisto, cheated whilst the referee never saw. Then the jaw Donzo, the eat the feet for the pin. And can you believe Enzo Amore is a 2-time Cruiserweight champion? It's ridiculous. It's a travesty. We have talent like Cedric Alexander, Akira Tozawa, Tony Nese, Mustafa Ali, Rich Swann. And you're telling me Enzo Amore deserves to be a Cruiserweight champion. Absolute joke. The reason why Enzo Amore is here is because Big Cass got injured and there's absolutely nothing for Enzo to do in WWE. But they put him in the Cruiserweight division and make him Cruiserweight champion. No wonder why Neville left. No wonder why Austin Aries left. Austin Aries also posted something on Twitter. I forgot what it was though. Then we had the dream match. The phenomenal one. AJ Styles versus the Demon Finn Balor. Absolutely no build. This is happening, and trust me, this match was better than what we were gonna get between the Demon Finn Balor and Sister Abigail Bray Wyatt. I don't miss to wish any bad health on anybody, but thank you that Bray Wyatt was not here, because this match that we got last night was better than the match that we would have got with Sister Abigail and the Demon Finn Balor. Wow, the dream match, AJ Styles and Finn Balor, the crowd were electric. As I said, this was not a great match. It was the best match of the night. It was a very good match. It wasn't a great match. These two men were about 20 minutes. And I feel like they're going to get another match soon. But they never left it all. They didn't give them all. But AJ Styles was jet lag. You have to respect that. Traveled 18 hours to get to TLC. They didn't really have time to plan their match. And it was a very, very good match. On Twitter, before, when they were traveling together, AJ Styles and Finn Balor posted a tweet of them together. And it was just good. It's just electric. I can't say everything that happened in this match. It was just back and forth, suplexes. Both men just went deep into their movesets. And Corey Graves was right. This match doesn't need any build at all. No build at all. Just a one-on-one dream match at TLC. Balor caught AJ with a shot to the side of the face and he goes down. Balor with big stumps on Styles now. We saw Balor dive over the top rope. We saw Styles hit a 450 splash. We saw the shotgun drop kick into the barricade. We saw so much stuff. We saw and we saw also a normal drop kick into the barrel, what Balor did to Styles. Balor returned to the ring. stops him from counting. Balor goes back out and grabs AJ, but AJ drives him over the German announce table. The referee counts both superstars now. They return to the ring at the same time at a 9 count. They both collide and go down twice in the middle of the ring. Went for double clotheslines and double cross bodies. We get a replay where they're down. They get up and Balor connects first. They trade shots in the middle of the ring now. AJ unloads, but Balor connects with the overhead kick. They trade several counters now. Balor hits for 19-16. Haven't seen that in a long time for a 2.5 count. Balor runs and drop kicks AJ into the corner. Balor goes to the top, but AJ nails a Pele kick. Beautiful Pele kick. Wow. Balor was sat on the top rope and Styles got his leg, his full rotation, right onto the neck of Balor. What a Pele kick that was. Knocking Balor out on the top. Balor springboards from the apron and brings Balor from the top to the mat with a Hurricane Rana. Beautiful move AJ Styles did just now. Styles with a 2 count. AJ goes back to the apron for the springboard for 50, but he misses this time as Balor moves. Balor with a big lariat and another drop kick into the corner. Balor goes up to the top and hit a coup de grace for the win, and that was the match. Very, very good match. The dream match was done. Did not disappoint. Wasn't a great match, but I think they're going to get a great match soon when they get more time, and they're definitely going to have another match. So the Demon Finn Balor wins. I knew Finn Balor would win. They cannot have AJ Styles from SmackDown Live just come on a Raw show and beat Finn Balor. They said as well, the commentator said this was a one-time only thing. Kurt Angle and Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon, they got it authorized, so it was all good. The referee checks on both men as Balor gets up first. Balor's music hits as he approaches AJ, waiting for him to get up. The music stops as Balor helps AJ to his feet. They face off in the middle of the ring. They both raise 2 sweets in the middle of the ring. The 2 sweet gesture in the middle of the ring and show respect. Awesome moment that was. That is in the thumbnail as well. Styles leaves as Balor's music starts back up and celebrates. Back from the break, and Elias is once again introduced for another performance with Biz Begin. Elias says he's about to have a match with Jason Jordan, but before he shows he's the better man, he wants to play a song for Jordan on Jordan's way to the ring. Elias sings, but he gets interrupted for the 3rd time of the night as the next generation of great Jason Jordan came out. This match was actually a good match. Jason Jordan is great in the ring. Jason Jordan is great in the ring. Great in the ring, but he's not, Jason Jordan is not, how should I say? Jason Jordan has no, character. Elias is very good in the ring. Has character, but he has no direction. That's the difference. But, what should I say? Booker T said that Jason Jordan, this would be Jason Jordan's biggest victory, biggest win. And the Corey Graves was like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? He won the SmackDown Tag Team Championship on SmackDown Live against the Usos. And he's faced the Wyatt family, Randy Orton. And you're telling me if he beats Elias, that'll be the biggest victory of his career? Please, Booker T. Please. This match is just back and forth. It was a good match. Very short though, about 6 minutes. Good in-ring action. Then we saw Jordan roll up Elias for a win, but in my opinion, it was botched. Elias's shoulder was up, and he actually didn't get pinned. So we know that we're going to be carrying on this thing tonight on Monday Night Raw. And Elias was very upset. The Miz is backstage. Miz says he has a surprise for everyone on his team, indicating that we'll drive the garbage to the dump after they beat the opponents tonight. The 3-on-5 tables, ladders, and chairs match. Kurt Angle and Raw Tag Team Champions Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose versus the team of Kane, Braun Strowman, Cesaro, Sheamus, and The Miz. So, the WWE Intercontinental Champion Miz comes out first, then Cesaro and Sheamus are next, followed by Kane, and then Braun Strowman. Kane has a new theme song mixed with his old one and his latest one. The Shield's music hit as Raw Tag Team Champions Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose appear in the crowd. WWE Hall of Famer and Raw General Manager Kurt Angle appears behind them wearing a Shield style vest. I thought he was going to come out by his own, but I don't care. Don't mind. He came out through there. Kurt Angle barely played a part in this matchup anyway. He was in there for the first, 10-15 minutes. Then he came for the last 5 to 10 minutes. So the new version of the Shield grabbed steel chairs and jumps on the apron. They all got steel chairs. They were absolutely destroying the 5 people in the ring. Looks like the numbers game wasn't there at all. They were just brawling. Kurt Angle used ladders to take down Strowman, The Miz, and Sheamus and Cesaro. Then they laid out Kane and Braun Strowman on the normal announce table and the German announce table. Set up 2 ladders, so we had to wait for 2 hours and 20 minutes for some actual TLC action. Ambrose and Rollins both dived off the ladders through did 2 diving elbow drops off the ladders to Strowman and Kane through the announcers tables. Then after that we saw Braun Strowman get up. No, actually, Rollins and Ambrose were down from that floor. Then it was Miz, Cesaro and Sheamus destroying Kurt Angle. Ambrose and Rollins got up. There's so much to say. This was just utter chaos in this match, 5-on-3. Effectively, we were a 5-on-2 match. Then we saw Strowman come in, running power slam to Kurt Angle through the table. Kurt Angle was taken out, and then this was just a 5-on-2 match for most of it. 5-on-2, and Ambrose and Rollins got absolutely destroyed. Absolutely destroyed. Ambrose and Rollins finally tried to make a comeback. Kane whacked Braun in the back with a steel chair during the melee by accident. Braun stays him down, then shoves him back, but Miz tries to fix the situation, so we see a little mix-up going on here. Ambrose and Rollins tried to take advantage, but they get beat down again, despite the numbers game. A table is brought into the ring, and the bar puts Ambrose through it, but it doesn't break at all. They powerbomb him on the table, but it never broke. The leg of the chair broke. So then they set the same table up in the corner. Braun just absolutely launched Ambrose through the table. Miz walked to the stage and close to the bar to bring Rollins and Ambrose up. There were a lot more tables and chairs on the stage. Miz calls for someone to drive a garbage truck over near the stage, and here it comes. The champs are tossed into the back of the garbage truck, but they keep fighting. Rollins and Ambrose leap off the truck and tape their opponents down, all 5. Miz retreats to the ring and the champs chase him down, beating him at ringside as he tries to escape through the crowd. They bring Miz to the stage to put him through a table, but Kane makes the save. They beat Kane down. They go to put Kane through a table, but Braun makes the save. Braun works him over until Kane decks Braun. Kane attacked Braun Strowman. I was like, wow. Probably what happened earlier. Kane chokeslammed Braun Strowman through the stage. I was like, wow. And then the whole chant went up as Kane was staring down at Braun. Kane goes over by the announcer's table, still looking down at Braun. There's a chain or rope hanging from the ceiling with a dozen or so steel chairs attached to it. Kane pulls the chain of chairs from the ceiling, causing them to fall on top of Braun. Kane goes back for the champs, but they fight back. Miz makes a save, but gets dropped. Kane ends up taking them out. He a double chokeslam to Ambrose and Rollins through 2 tables. Braun starts to get up, and Kane can't believe it. I couldn't believe it as well. Braun grabs Miz and tosses him. He continues working and takes out the bar. Then everybody, all of a sudden, they just turn on Braun Strowman. Braun then attacks Kane next, and they go at it. Braun scoops Kane to put him into the truck, but the bar makes a save. Braun fights them and the Miz off again. Kane with a big boot to Braun. All 4 of the heels attack Braun Strowman now. I don't know, it's like Braun Strowman is turning babyface now. They put Braun in the back of the garbage truck and close it, pressing the button. Braun has been trashed. They absolutely on that deal. They put him in. The truck completely closed with Braun Strowman in. Miz sends him out, but Miz looked very worried because he knows tonight on Raw, oh my gosh, Kane and the Miz are going to get absolutely destroyed by Strowman. They turn their attention back to Ambrose and Rollins now, bringing them to the ring. So there's Braun Strowman, then they're coming back after this. So there's just 4 people. They eliminated the biggest threat on their team. So much sense. Miz with a DDT to Rollins. Sheamus and Cesaro with a double team white noise to Rollins, but Ambrose breaks the pin. They beat Ambrose down now. Kane looks to put Ambrose away, but the music hits. Out comes Kurt Angle limping. The fans pop. He came up to his normal theme song. Angle takes out the bar on the ramp with Angle slams onto the floor, and the Angle slams Cesaro through a table. Fans pop as they go down. Angle hits the ring and looks to take out Miz, but Kane shuts him down. Kane scoots Angle for a tombstone, but Ambrose hits Kane with a steel chair. Rollins brings a chair in for Kane as well. Kane retreats to the floor, then Ambrose and Rollins charge and spear Kane through the barricade. Miz comes from behind to Angle, hit a skull crash on the Angle, but Kurt Angle kicked out at 2.5. Miz argues with the referee as he's furious, so everyone's taken out apart from the Miz. So the Miz is alone because Strowman is out. Fans chant USA now as they wait for Angle to recover. Angle blocks the finale into a steel chair and applies the ankle lock on Miz. Miz breaks it and sends Angle through the ropes, causing him to land hard on the floor. Angle, Rollins and Ambrose hit the apron now, staring Miz down, shield style. all three of them there. Miz with a bad leg, and we knew that was it. They hit the ring and attack. Rollins hits his ripcord knee. Ambrose hits Dirty Deeds, and Angle hits an Angle Slam. Then they get riled up as Angle gives the thumbs down. Rollins and Ambrose lift Miz up for the triple powerbomb. Angle did like Roman Reigns, paying homage to Roman Reigns. Triple powerbomb, 4 finishes to the Miz. 1, 2, 3. Kurt Angle and the Shield win the match. I don't know what's going to happen tonight on Monday Night Raw. Well, I don't know. I don't understand the decisions they made with Strowman, The Miz, The Bar, and Kane. I really don't understand that. I really thought those 5 were going to win, but they took out Strowman. I don't understand. But the match was entertaining for me. As I said, this pay-per-view ran very smoothly. We went, nearly 26 minutes because of how long that main event match. That main event was a good 45 to 50 minutes. So that is my review. Thank you for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Make sure to smash that subscribe button. Also, make sure to follow me on Twitter at Kairos News. And also follow me on Twitch, Kairos TV. The link will be in the description. Please support the channel. Love you all.